Hey YouTube, this is Shane. I'm just making a really quick video about this. I got a pretty um devastating letter from my older brother Troy in regards to my transition. I'm gonna read it to you real quick. I have to keep this short. Okay, it goes to my dearest sister. Hey, hopefully when this message reaches you, it finds you in good health and fortune. I want to start out by saying you are my sister, my sibling, one of my best friends in the world, and I unconditionally love you with every fiber of what makes me human. Nothing will ever come between us or change that, ever. Now, let me get to the point. For a while now, I've been aware that you are attempting to transition from female to male. Whether you are aware of my knowledge, I'm not sure, but it's never been directly addressed, and therefore I've kept my opinion to myself. But in my heart and pit of my soul, I know I must speak up before I lose my ability to. Despite my open-minded behavior and non-conformist lifestyle, I feel you are making a grave mistake. I feel you are causing your body irreversible damage. What you are attempting to do is unnatural and potentially damaging to your not fully developed body. We as human beings produce T&E, each gender producing more than the other. In some clinical cases, though, when the body produces too much of one of the hormones, it compensates by mass producing the other, potentially cause in extreme cases ovarian cancer. Remember, you still have ovaries regardless of what gender you want to identify with, not to mention the cumulative damage it can cause emotionally and physiologically. You are attempting to be a man, when biologically you are a woman. If you were to lose your ability to bear children, ... You may not care much now, but you are only 20, and at the age I did not want children. At almost 30, I feel the urge to reproduce and begin to raise a family, which brings me to my next point. Soon enough, you will no longer be a homosexual female, but a transsexual heterosexual. No longer can you identify or bond with another lesbian, as well as they want women. A heterosexual female seeks a biological male whom they can eventually reproduce with, not a biological woman on hormone therapy. Not to mention the repercussions of the falsehood you are claiming. On your profiles, you are logged in as a man, but you are not and won't be. You are attempting to be an F to M transsexual, and the two are not the same. If you were to meet a woman under such false pretenses, you would be beginning a relationship as a lie, and forcing another individual to deal with something that perhaps they are not interested in. I assume, like much of Dominican Republic healthcare, that you are not given psychological evaluation in order to receive testosterone, nor were you given months of therapy that is also required in the States. The cumulative damage only continues to pile up. Now on to the great dilemma, finding a place to live in the States. I'll pause here. I was supposed to move with my brothers to the States so I could start college. And this is basically his answer to my moving over there. He goes, me and Asar is my older brother, have been discussing the subject for several months now, as we are still in shock to such an impulsive move on your behalf. As you know, Pop convinced Nassar to house you, but as of a few days ago, he's ultimately decided that he cannot see this transition firsthand, and therefore cannot let you house with him. Remember, to those around you, you are technically ceasing to be you and changing into something else. And I agree with him. The very thought shatters my heart and literally drives me to tears, sitting back and watching my beloved sister destroy herself and rebuild it. And personally, you look horrible right now. Your face is bloated, filled with acne. From what I see, your hair is thinning, and all the weight you had lost is back and then some. No offense, but you make a very unattractive male, and a severely unattractive male. And I do not say this to poke fun or humiliate you, rather to show my concern of this hard decision. You're ruining yourself, and as your only brave family member, I love you enough to call you out. Because if I don't, I know it may lead to years of regret on my behalf. Please rethink this. Nothing on God's green earth can make you a man regardless, and I will always refer to you, treat you, and see you as a woman. You will never earn my respect as a man, for you are not and never will be. It is something written in your genetic code, and sorry, but it didn't happen for you. Please know that I love you with all my heart, but, and then he places my birth name, You're fucking up, dude, and if you do not recognize that soon, I fear you'll bring in your body to the point of irreparable damage. And by the time you realize it, it will be too late. I've also sent Nassar a copy of this, because I speak on his behalf as well. Please don't do this to yourself. Do not rob us of our only true blood sister. I beg you. P.S. If you allow our mother to read this and she has any ill feelings towards me for saying this, I dare her to call me to hear what I have to say to her for allowing yet another one of her children to destroy themselves. Just because she has lived her life with penis at me does not mean she vicariously lives it through you. I beg you, please don't do this to yourself. With all the love in my heart, soul, body, and mind, your older brother, Troy. I've never spoken to him directly about my wanting to be trans. I always wanted to wait till I could see him in person, but I haven't had the chance to make a trip to the States to tell him in person. So I'm pretty much sure that he figured it out when he spoke to me on the phone a couple of weeks ago, and he noticed the change in my voice. First of all, pardon my scruffy appearance. I have a really bad chest cold, and I'm just really upset right now. And I wasn't expecting this. I never thought out of him, like out of Troy, I'd get this reaction. He's probably one of the most open-minded, accepting people I've ever met. And he doesn't really give a fuck what people think about him, and he's that kind of guy. And I was expecting this from my older brother. I pretty much figured he wasn't going to talk to me because he's been avoiding my calls for the last couple of months. But my oldest brother, he's a Mormon, so he's really stuck in his religion. He's a fanatic, and I could see why he would, say something like that to me. But coming out of my other brother, I'm really surprised and actually kind of hurt. I hate when he says that I'm ceasing to be me and then I'm becoming something else, when the only thing that's changing is my physical appearance. I'm still the same person I was yesterday, and the day before that, and 2 years ago, and 2 years before that. I'm still the same person I was way back when, and I'm still going to be the same person until I die. My personality is not going to change because of this. I'm the same person. I may change physically just, to make things make sense in my head, to finally feel comfortable with myself, to find some kind of happiness. He claims that, I'm killing his sister, and, his sister never really existed in the first place, and, if I decided to stay living as a female, I probably wouldn't live very long, because I'd probably commit suicide, because I wouldn't be able to deal with dysphoria. But other than that, that's just, what's recently happened in my life. Tomorrow I have 21, not 21, I have 4 months on T. Yeah, I have 4 months on T. Tomorrow. So I'm probably gonna make a video about that and post it tomorrow morning. Anyways, thanks for listening, guys.